Few weeks ago I found this, a document named Heuristic about geometric positioning and application by Aimer7, which inspired me to try to get a Fortnite win with more than one kill in first place. But last time I played Fortnite was 2 years ago and on a console, and according to my brain, winning is way easier if you have to beat one guy than 10 guys in a row. So that's the tactic I applied. That also meant I had no improvement in my skill whatsoever and a stunning KD of 1.09. I was landing in spots where no one lands, escaping from gunfights, stacking infinite healing and hiding the whole game basically. That was 2 years ago and on a console, and this time on the PC all tactics had to go. But how did I force my brain to go from 50% chance of winning every game to 0.01% chance of winning? Well, I promised my brain if we're going to get a double-digit victory, we're going to get a pizza, because that's absolutely my favorite food, and if something's gonna motivate me, that's pizza. But before we go any further, I have to explain that I did set myself some ground rules. First, 10 kills against bots will not count, only real player eliminations. Also, sniping 10 players while they loot is almost the same as hiding from fights, so that's also off the table. And lastly, and most importantly, no sweating allowed, because I hate sweats, and I hope I won't become one making this video. With that out of the way, let me show you how it went. First, I read the document. It goes over different positions that one can find in the battlefield, explaining why some are bad and some good, depending on angle of attack, enemy hitbox, and possible enemy movements. And for a guy like me, who previously spent more time in bushes than fighting, it was a lot of new info. All in all, it was a great read. Taught me about which positions are good for attacking enemies, but it didn't show me how to get to those positions. However, I had a plan. Good artists create ideas. Great artists steal ideas. In gaming terms, good gamers create tactics, but great gamers steal tactics. So I opened Twitch and started stealing. And 8 cups of coffee later, I knew what I had to do. I had to get the high ground, and once I started to get the high ground in my games as much as I could, my kills were cleaner and faster. But while it worked during first games against bots, once I started to go against real players, I started to have a bad time because of my iron level aim, and it didn't even matter if I had the high ground or not. I got deleted pretty fast most of the time. Overall, first games with people were tough, and pretty soon I knew my main problems to solve were my aim, my game sense, and how to deal with sweats. And as if that was enough, there was also a guy with a hammer in every single game. But that didn't scare me. I was ready to get to work and fix all of this. That said, I decided to fix my aim first, because you can't win without having an aim. At least that's what I'm told. And also because it was super sketchy, I was missing shots left and right, and even against bot players that didn't shoot back, and I was outright embarrassed by it. So I stopped shooting, took a step back and asked Reddit, how do I get better aim? And there was one answer that was repeated over and over and over again. So naturally, I had to try it. If you haven't crashed roads with Kovacs already, it's an aim trainer that blah 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 blah. Basically, you just click balls until you're good. So I did that 100,000 times. Did it help? Not at first. You see, clicking balls that stay in place essentially is very different from a game where everyone is doing this. That meant static dot clicking was not very helpful when fighting people, and I had to dig deeper to find that Kovacs has different scenarios better suited for Fortnite, like tracking and target switching. So I started to do those and improved drastically. By no means I was super aim god or anything, but I had enough in me to hold my ground against most of the players I met. Also, my ammo problems were gone because I simply used less bullets, so I only had to figure out how to deal with sweats. In general, there are 2 ways to fight sweats, I believe. First, you can become one, which I didn't want to do, or second, instead of sending funny cut videos to Ryan Reynolds, you can ask him for some courage. But even with courage from Ryan Reynolds, I was not able to achieve my goal. I was either third-partied, smashed with a hammer, deleted with Deku Smash, or got nervous at the last moment. And then it got me. Maybe I wasn't good enough. And I quit. But then I remembered what Kevin Hart said.
You can walk all you want, but eventually somebody got to cook the hot dog.
And I knew I can't quit. So I jumped in one more time.